Hi everyone, I'm going to continue this fantastic series, friends, of the Daf Yomi. We're on page 39, Lamatet, of Masechet Bava Batra, just by an amazing ice cream place here in the city of Bet Shemesh, just to start the day off. Nothing like having a bit of ice cream just to treat yourself. And friends, in today's stuff, we're talking about, there's going to be a controversial statement, let's just say, from a Rabba Bar Rav Huna. It's going to say that if you speak, there's no concept of Lashon Hara in front of three people. Now, a lot of people are going to be screaming at me at this camera over here. What? The Chavetz Chaim speaks all about this. Of course, there is a concept of speaking gossip and Lashon Hara in front of three people. Three people you say something in front of, it's going to be established, and now everyone's going to be gossiping, and it's going to be public knowledge. But not necessarily. We're not talking about that case over here. We've been talking about in the last 2 pages of the Gemara, friends, there is someone... there's this concept of 3 years living in land. Say an original owner owns a land or a house somewhere, and let's say he goes to own business, or he disappears for a few years, and then some squatters come in, and they come for 3 years, and the property is not contested, and the real owner loses a document of his ownership. It could be that those squatters are going to claim ownership to the land because the real owner did not protest that someone else is living in this land for 3 years. So what we're talking about here, about the relating over to three people and not being speaking Lashon Hara, it's talking about a case scenario where there's this original owner of land and he claims this land is mine, and then the squatters come in and he loses his documents of ownership. I mean, the original owner. Now he lines up three people to prove that someone is squatting in his land over here. In a case like that, where you're garnering up witnesses and there's a constructive purpose over here, like in this case, where he's got to get his field back and people are squatting there, he is allowed to then get witnesses, and then in that specific law of Lashon Hara, it's not going to apply over there because he wants to get his property back. You know, these people are squatting there. It's not right what they're doing. So he needs to get these witnesses, and then it's going to be established that they are doing this so he can get his land. So that is a different sphere of, let's just say, gossip over, because that's not gossip. You're trying to get your land back. It's a constructive purpose. But just to gossip just for the sake of it, obviously that is not going to be allowed whatsoever. And we actually go into topics within regards to that. You could relate over that. There is a concept that if you tell some people some information, say some whatever it might be, important information about someone else, and you say it in front of three people, there's established chazaka that this information you're going to give over to three people, it's going to perpetuate, and it's going to become common knowledge to everyone, to the entire public, and everyone is going to know this information, these three people. So over here, it could be that this information is vital, it could be it's not. But if it's, let's say for example, someone confesses to someone else something private, one-on-one over here, it could be embarrassing things, it could be personal things about family, it could be about friendship, it could be about business, and he consults one-on-one. Of course, the person is going to relate over now to other people about this. When the person's confided in him, then the total laws of Lashon Hara unequivocally comes in, and it's absolutely could cause devastating effect of huge embarrassment, could cause massive financial loss, it could cause loss of business, it could cause so many different reasons if someone is going to perpetuate. So, you know, I would recommend everyone to learn the laws, especially by the book of the Chavetz Chaim by Rabbi Kagan, one of the great rabbis of the last 100 years. And he goes into real details within regards to halachot, the Jewish laws, within regards to Lashon Hara. How you've got to be careful about what you say about other people. How sometimes you have to speak about other people. You have to raise your voice if it's for constructive purpose. There's so many intrinsic laws to the laws of Lashon Hara, and I very much recommend everyone to look into it. And you know, we should watch what we speak also in general. Every single word that comes out of our mouth, we've got to be careful what we listen to, because there's also laws within regards to listening to let's say gossip and all those things. When do you have to listen? When is it constructive? All these different case scenarios we can learn about it. I very much recommend. I have a friend of mine that actually wrote a book on this. We had him on this channel a few times. He did a few videos on this. Rabbi Menachem Selaznik, he wrote a book within regards to this recently. I would recommend everyone to search for it online, and it's a very good book that obviously promotes us to be careful in what we say, and a very good way, in a very good book over there. So guys, wishing you all a fantastic day. Take care, and just brachot here from Israel.